Okay, so get this.
Mm-mm.
It's Friday, October 25th, 2024. And we're diving into this blog post that honestly feels like a Black Mirror episode, right? Spooky timing.
Yeah, I mean, reality is pretty good at outdoing fiction sometimes.
Right. The post is called Fiction Becomes Reality by Gabriel Budino, a professor who, it seems, is pretty good at predicting where technology is headed.
Mm-hmm.
He connects a 2013 Black Mirror episode, Be Right Back, with some seriously mind-blowing AI happening right now.
Right?
Are you familiar with that episode at all?
Yeah. The one where the woman uses that service to, like, chat with an AI that mimics her dead husband, right?
Yeah.
He even gets the premium voice version.
Oh, based on the recordings, yeah.
Based on his recordings, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Back then, it felt like, a cautionary tale, like, oh, this is the future where technology is blurring the lines between the living and the digital afterlife.
Right. Totally tapped into anxieties about technology and unsettling intimacy and all that.
But here's where it gets wild. Budino points out that this fictional scenario is becoming real, thanks to character.ai.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had a chance to check that out yet?
Yeah, I've been seeing it around. It's been causing a stir.
Really?
Especially with the ethical implications of AI. A lot of people are talking about it.
So break it down for our listener.
Okay.
What is character.ai? What makes it so unique in the world of AI?
So it lets you interact with these AI-powered chatbots, but, like, the real game changer is that it can simulate human voices using AI-generated audio.
Whoa, so you're telling me I can, like, have a conversation with a bot
Yeah.
that sounds like, I don't know, like a famous actor, or even like
Yeah,
someone,
it's like theoretically,
like I've lost.
it's not perfect,
Right.
but it's getting really close.
Really?
Even the free version, where you
Stop.
just upload a short audio sample, can create pretty believable imitations.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Budino's saying we're living in the world
Mhm.
where that Black Mirror episode is no longer fiction.
Yeah.
That is pretty crazy.
And that leads to a lot of ethical questions.
Right.
Budino kind of dives into that in the blog.
Yeah.
One of the things he highlights is, like, what if a grieving person finds solace talking to, like, a version of their loved one, right? Is that healing or is that...
Or is that like
Yeah, harmful avoidance.
harmful avoidance? Yeah, it makes you wonder, where's that line
Right, where is that line?
between finding comfort and not processing loss? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and it gets even more complicated when you consider the tech behind it.
Oh, how it works.
Yeah, so these voice clones are created using neural networks,
Okay.
which are, those complex algorithms that learn from data. In this case, the neural network analyzes voice patterns, inflections, even emotional nuances to create speech.
Oh, wow. So it's like not just mimicking the words, it's capturing their whole
Yeah, like their whole vocal personality.
vocal personality.
Yeah.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah, raises even more questions,
Yeah.
especially when you think about, like, who controls this and how it might be used.
Right. So we talked about the emotional impact for individuals.
Yeah.
But what about society? It feels like we need to pause and consider what we're getting into.
Budino seems to agree, yeah. He
Yeah.
argues that, like, we need to be proactive as a society, right? Not reactive.
Right.
We can't just let tech dictate the terms of our existence. We need to be shaping its development and deployment, making sure it aligns with
Our values.
our values. Exactly.
And doesn't get rid of the things that make us human.
Yeah.
So we've got these advancements. We've got character.ai. We've got all these ethical concerns Budino brings up.
Right.
What would you say is the most crucial takeaway for our listeners so far?
I think it's that we need to be asking some tough questions, like, how far are we willing to go with AI? What are the benefits? What are the risks? How do we make sure this is used ethically?
Yeah, those are big questions.
Yeah, big questions.
And they're not just theoretical anymore.
Yeah, they're becoming very relevant to our everyday lives.
So we unpacked the Black Mirror connection, the character.ai stuff,
Yeah.
the ethical concerns.
Uh-huh.
Where do we go from here?
Well, let's dive deeper into the ethical concerns.
Okay.
Budino outlines some key areas,
Okay.
starting with digital inheritance.
Ah, yes, digital inheritance. Tell our listener what that is.
Digital inheritance is basically what happens to our online data after we're gone.
Oh, okay.
Think about emails, texts, posts, photos, videos. It's a massive amount of information that forms like a digital footprint.
Right. And now with character.ai,
Exactly.
that digital footprint can be used to make like these realistic simulations of us.
Right.
Even after we're gone.
Like a whole new dimension of legacy.
Right.
Yeah. Raises a lot of complex questions like,
Yeah.
who has the right to that data after we die? And like, what are the ethical implications of using that footprint to, create this virtual version of us, especially without our consent?
Right, even if the tech allows it.
Right,
Is
exactly.
it even morally right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's uncharted territory, and we need to be having these conversations now while we can shape the ethical framework around it.
So we've got digital inheritance.
Yeah.
What other concerns are there?
He also talks about privacy and consent in the age of AI.
Okay.
Like, it's one thing to collect and analyze data while we're alive, but what happens when we're gone? Does it just become fair game?
Right. I bet most people haven't considered that.
I know, right?
It's not just about privacy, it's about control.
Totally.
Who gets to decide how it's used when we're not around to give input?
Exactly. That ties into another concern, manipulation and exploitation, right? If someone can create a realistic simulation of us, what's to stop them from using that for their own gain?
It's like identity theft on another level.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
It highlights the need for clear guidelines and regulations.
Right. So we've got digital inheritance, privacy, and consent.
Mm-hmm.
Potential for manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sensing a theme here,
What's that?
that we're always playing catch up.
Mm-hmm.
We develop these amazing tools,
Yeah.
and then we scramble to figure out the ethical implications.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
We need to be more proactive.
Right. I'm officially spooked, and it's not even Halloween yet,
Right.
but this has been really eye-opening. I'm thinking about my digital footprint in a whole new way.
Yeah, the more aware we are,
Right.
the better.
So where do we head next in this deep dive?
Well, we talked about the ethical concerns, but we haven't talked about what we can do about it.
Oh, good point. Let's empower our listener.
Okay.
Give
yeah.
us the lowdown.
All right. So you're probably thinking,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is intense, but what can I actually do about it?
Yeah, good question.
It's not all doom and gloom.
Okay.
There are steps we can take
Okay.
to navigate this new world responsibly.
So let's shift gears from the what ifs to the now whats.
Okay.
What are some tangible things our listener can do to be proactive?
Okay, so first and foremost,
Yeah.
become aware of your own digital footprint. Think about all the platforms you use, the data you share, the traces you leave online.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little digital housekeeping, Review your privacy settings, manage cookies,
Oh, yeah.
delete accounts you don't use.
Yeah.
It's like decluttering, but for the digital world.
Oh, I like that digital spring cleaning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And while you're at it,
Mm-hmm.
think about what you want your digital legacy to be.
Oh, wow.
Do you want your profiles to stay active after you're gone? Are there accounts you want deactivated?
That's interesting, like planning your digital afterlife.
Kinda, yeah.
Hmm.
You can make your wishes known by creating a digital estate plan.
Okay.
It's basically a document that outlines how you want your digital assets managed after you're gone.
Oh, okay.
You can specify things like who has access, what happens to your content, even how your memories are preserved.
Wow, that's forward thinking.
It is. It's like a will, but for your digital life.
Right, for your digital life. Yeah.
And just like a will, it's important to make sure it's legally sound and up to date.
Okay.
You can consult an estate planning attorney who specializes in digital assets.
So clean up our digital footprint,
Mm.
create a digital estate plan.
Yeah.
What else can we do to be proactive?
Well, remember that character.ai app?
Oh, yeah, the one that makes the voice clones.
Right. That tech and others like it are developing really fast.
Uh-huh.
It's important to stay informed about those advancements.
So keep your finger on the pulse of AI news and trends.
Exactly.
But, I mean, that can be overwhelming. Where do you even start?
Yeah, there's some great resources out there.
Oh.
Reputable news outlets, tech publications,
Mm-hmm.
even podcasts
Oh, right.
can provide good coverage.
Yeah.
You can also follow thought leaders and researchers in AI ethics.
Oh.
They share valuable perspectives on the social and ethical implications.
So it's about being curious, staying informed,
Whoa.
engaging in those conversations
Exactly.
about what we want the future to look like.
And don't underestimate your own voice.
Okay.
As consumers, citizens,
Right.
we have a role to play in shaping this ethical development.
Okay, I'm feeling empowered, but this can get pretty heavy. Any tips for avoiding, like, AI anxiety overload?
Sure. Remember, technology is a tool,
Oh, yeah.
and like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
Right.
The key is to approach it with a healthy dose of, like, skepticism, critical thinking, and a commitment to ethical principles.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to ask questions, challenge assumptions, advocate for responsible development.
Yeah, find that balance between embracing the possibilities and, like, being mindful of the pitfalls.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And remembering we're not just passive consumers.
Yeah.
We're active participants.
We have a choice.
You have a choice, yeah.
Okay, we've talked about ethical implications, digital legacies, steps to take as we wrap up this part.
Yeah.
What's the one key takeaway you want to leave our listener with?
I'd say this. The future of AI is not predetermined. It's something we're creating collectively through our choices, our actions, our conversations.
Right.
So let's be mindful, proactive, and engaged. Let's work together to ensure that AI enhances our lives, empowers us, and doesn't exploit or control us.
A powerful message.
Yeah.
It brings us back to Boudinho's question, right?
How far are we willing to go?
Exactly. That's what we all need to grapple with.
Individually and as a society.
As a society, yeah.
Well, this deep dive has given me a lot to think about.
Good.
I'm feeling more aware of my digital footprint
That's great.
and more motivated to be a conscious participant.
Good, good.
It's an ongoing process, right?
It is. The landscape is constantly changing.
So we got to stay informed.
Stay informed, yeah.
Okay, so we covered the what and the how, but before we wrap up, I'm curious about the why.
Okay.
Why should our listener even care about all this?
Yeah, that's a great question.
What's at stake?
I think what's at stake is nothing less than our humanity.
Whoa, okay, tell me more. AI has the potential to fundamentally change what it means to be human.
Okay.
It can alter our relationships, our sense of self, our understanding of life and death, even our perception of reality.
Okay, yeah. It's not just about technology.
It's not. It's about who we are and who we want to become.
It's a human issue.
It is a human issue.
Yeah, shaping the future we want to live in.
Exactly.
And the future we want to leave behind.
For generations to come.
Right.
And that brings us back to the power of individual action.
Yeah.
Every choice we make, every conversation we have, every step we take to be more informed contributes to shaping that future.
I'm feeling inspired, but let's bring it back down to earth for a minute.
Okay.
What's one concrete thing our listener can do right now after listening to this?
I'd say this. Have a conversation.
Okay.
Talk to your friends, your family, your colleagues about what we discussed today.
Okay.
Share your thoughts, concerns, hopes for the future. The more we talk about this,
the more we normalize it.
right,
And the more we can collectively shape the path forward.
it's not about becoming AI experts overnight.
No.
It's about starting those conversations, asking questions, engaging in that process of figuring it all out.
Exactly. And remember, these aren't easy questions.
Right.
There are no simple answers.
Right.
But the fact that we're having these conversations at all
Yeah.
is a good sign.
So we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
Ethical complexities, digital legacies, power of individual action, importance of conversation. What's next?
Well, we've talked a lot about the risks and challenges,
Yeah.
but it's important to remember that AI also holds immense promise.
Right. It's not all doom and gloom.
It's not. There's a lot to be excited about.
So let's shift our focus from the dark side to the bright side.
Okay.
What are some ways AI could make our lives better, brighter, more fulfilling?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And one that deserves its own deep dive. Okay, perfect. And that's where we'll pick up in the final part of this episode. All right, so we've dug into the ethical stuff and potential downsides of AI.
Right.
But, I mean, this technology can do amazing things, right?
Absolutely, yeah. AI has the potential to completely change so many parts of our lives, like healthcare, education, transportation, entertainment, you name it.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's dive into that positive side.
Okay.
Where do you see the most promising potential?
One area where AI is already making waves is healthcare.
Oh.
Think about it. These algorithms can analyze huge amounts of medical data.
Yeah.
They can help doctors diagnose diseases earlier.
Oh, wow.
Develop better treatments, even discover new cures.
So it's like a superpowered medical assistant for doctors.
Kind of, yeah.
Helping them make better decisions and save lives.
Exactly. And it's not just diagnosis and treatment.
Right.
It can improve patient care, streamline admin tasks, even assist with surgery.
Wow, AI is becoming, like, essential in healthcare.
Yeah, it really is.
That's pretty exciting. What other areas are you optimistic about?
Education has huge potential, too.
Oh, okay.
AI-powered platforms can personalize the learning experience.
Okay.
You know, adapt to each student's needs and pace.
Yeah.
Imagine a world where every student has a 247 virtual tutor.
That would have been a game changer for me back in the day.
Right.
No more struggling alone late at night.
Exactly.
So AI can make education more accessible, engaging, effective for everyone.
Yeah, and it can help teachers be more efficient, too.
Okay.
Automate tasks, give real-time feedback,
Yeah.
even identify students who might be struggling.
It's like empowering both students and educators.
Exactly.
I'm seeing a theme here. AI is a force for good,
Mhm.
like enhancing human capabilities to make positive change.
I like that, and that applies to other areas, too.
Oh, like what?
Transportation, for instance. AI is being used to develop self-driving cars.
Right, those are becoming more and more real.
They are.
Yeah, it's still early, but the potential is there
The potential's huge, yeah.
to make roads safer.
Safer, more efficient.
So it's not just about the cars themselves.
Yeah.
It's about changing the whole system.
The whole transportation landscape, exactly.
Yeah, and this is just the beginning, right?
It is, just scratching the surface.
What else?
AI is being used to develop new renewable energy sources,
Wow.
create personalized entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
even fight climate change. The possibilities are endless.
Okay, I'm definitely feeling more optimistic about AI now.
You're good.
It's not just about the risks, it's about the opportunities too.
Exactly, and that's what I want our listeners to remember.
Yeah.
AI is powerful, and it can be used for good or bad.
Right. It's up to us to shape it.
It is. We need to make sure it's used to make the world a better place.
It's not about fearing AI, it's about understanding it,
Right.
engaging with it,
Right.
shaping it to fit our values.
Exactly, and that starts with education, awareness, open dialogue.
Talking about it.
Talking about it, yeah, the more we do that, the better we can navigate the complexities and use it for good.
This deep dive has been quite the ride.
It had.
From ethical worries to the tech advancements to all the possibilities.
Yeah.
I'm walking away feeling, I don't know, a sense of wonder,
Good.
a little bit of caution, and definitely a lot to think about.
That's great to hear. And remember, the future of AI is not set in stone. We're creating it together
Every day.
every single day. So let's be mindful, proactive, engaged.
Yeah.
Let's make sure AI is a story of progress, innovation, and human flourishing.
Well said. And to our listener, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into AI.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope it's made you curious, challenged what you thought you knew, and left you feeling empowered to shape the future of this amazing technology.
Absolutely.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, stay engaged,